Arbor One West versus Jack, is it Wazorek?
We did that last time.
Yeah, no, I'll get it eventually, but then by that time the case will be done. Come on up.
Everybody does. Everybody messes up.
Morning, Your Honor.
All right,
Cheryl Wolkoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
State your name, sir.
Jack Wazorek.
Okay. And where are we on this? Was this his motion?
Your Honor, it was, I don't think he can argue the motion. There was a motion filed that was drafted clearly by legal aid, but signed by Mr. Wazorek. This was a health hazard due to bed bugs and roaches and the landlord not being able to access the premises and the premises not being available denying entry and not being prepped. We took a default judgment, and I know Your Honor wanted to review this, and that's where we were last week. It's landlord's position. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just say it's landlord's position. We want possession of the premises. We've had chronic issues with housekeeping, cleanliness. It's not fair to the other residents. This is an ongoing problem. I'm very willing and ready to argue that Park Forest does not apply to a health hazard. So I'm going to leave it to you what you want to hear, but I am strongly requesting a judgment here to stand.
Sure, go ahead.
Your Honor, I have had RPI in there twice inspecting my place. They never came in.
They being who?
Arbor One.
Okay.
Never came in. Wendy, the assistant manager, I told her that wasn't a problem. The garbage bags, like I told you last week, were not garbage. They described them as garbage. Those were pots and pans and stuff we had to put in the bags because they wanted to do a cockroach inspection. 6.5 years, I've never seen a cockroach. They turned it into, well, it's garbage. There's garbage all over the house. They never brought anybody in. I had paid a lady, a friend of mine, $100 after that to come in and make sure everything was in line. You got an affidavit from legal aid showing that RPI been in there twice and gave me a pass inspection. They passed me twice. Arbor One has never come in to my house. Wendy told me she got the report on a Friday. She said she'd have somebody in there Monday. Nobody ever showed up at all to do an inspection at all. I had to call RPI when I got the court judgment and bring them in on it, which I told Arbor One, I told the assistant manager, Wendy, I wouldn't get Arbor One into it if we could help it. She wouldn't let it go. I've been having problems with maintenance in there since 6.5 years. I've been having problems with maintenance. All I'm trying to do is keep a good place. Arbor One, RPI come in there twice. They said the inspection passed inspection. So they never come in. Arbor One never came in and did any kind of inspection at all.
Your Honor, if I may just respond to this. First of all, I don't know what affidavit Mr. Wazorek is talking about. Second of all, we're talking apples and oranges here. We're not talking about RPI. We're talking about bed bugs. We're talking about the treatment provider came to the unit on 2/2, was denied access, and then
But
came
that
back
wasn't
of the
that
hearing.
wasn't the original.
Judge Barr.
I can let Ms. Luckoff go. I let you go for a while. I just want to go ahead, Ms. Luckoff.
The date of the hearing in front of Judge Barr, they were again denied entry. And there are bed bugs in the unit. And this is multifamily living. I don't have to tell the court that's not fair to the other residents. So we are asking that the judgment stand and we recover possession of the unit.
Your Honor, they called me.
Sir. What affidavit? Because I don't have an affidavit either.
There's one from legal aid. They sent you a paperwork over. They sent you a bunch of paperwork over.
Who did?
Illegal aid.
Sent me?
Yes. Yes. That's who I received my, that I was supposed to see you
Sir,
last.
sir, hold on a moment. The only thing that I've received that I have in the court file, the only thing that I've received was the motion to set aside default supplement. And that's the document that's signed.
I have all the paperwork in my briefcase that I can show you.
Okay, but sir, did you let the treatment providers in?
They were told
That's a yes or no.
yes.
When
Not,
you let them,
not at the time that they actually came the first two times when we were in court. Excuse me, Your Honor, but it's important that this is clarified. On the second, they were denied entry, and then on the court hearing date, which would have been the 16th, they were denied entry.
I
So
never denied
after the
them
fact,
entry.
after the judgment was entered, they were permitted entry. Because
So they were
I never
denied-
the obligation,
sir, they were denied entry on the 2nd and the 16th,
correct.
or the, yeah, the
And that's the
16th.
date of the hearing was the 16th.
Incorrect.
So did they come in on the 2nd, sir?
No, they talked to my son at the office. And he told them we weren't ready at that time. That he wasn't
Okay,
part of
that's
that.
a denial of entry.
I never denied him entry.
Well,
They never
Not-
came to my door.
if you're not ready for the treatment, that's a denial of entry.
But that was through my son, not
On
me.
the 16th,
On the 16th, I told him he could come in. I told him, inspect if you want. I said, could you wait off for a couple hours? I'm at court with Zoom, on Zoom, with the other court.
so
with the
they
other
were,
officer,
so
with the other
hold on a
judge.
second, sir. So what I'm hearing you tell me is that on that date, the unit wasn't ready to be sprayed either.
Yes, it was ready to be sprayed. We
Then-
just had
Then
to,
then why were you asking them to wait?
just because I was in court at court at that time. And they never gave me no warning that he was showing up or coming. It's supposed to take 24 hours notice. I didn't get no notice. They
That's
just
not-
popped in the door. I had to go to court on Zoom with the other judge. I was there. I did not deny them entry. I told them, yes, if you want to come in and inspect, come on, inspect. I said, but can you wait until a couple hours to spray till I'm done with court? They don't give me no time. They want to do it when they want to do it. They want to just
Exactly, sir.
Oh.
Exactly, sir. They needed to come in and do the treatment.
But they don't understand that we have a house we have to maintain ourselves. And when I'm on court, on Zoom, on the phone, all I'm asking for, I'll move out. I just need more time.
That's what
But
he
that's
said
what
2
they
weeks
want.
ago.
If they want me to move out, I'll move out. I just need more time to do it. Because see, the assistant manager, I don't know if this lawyer knows it or not, but they called.
When are you gonna move?
I don't know yet.
Okay, let me put it to you real straightforward. I've listened to what you told me. I've looked at everything in the file, and both of those 2 times would be considered a denial of entry for treatment of the premises.
But yeah, that didn't even start with the bed bugs at all.
Sir, if you can argue with me all you want. I'm telling you what I'm finding.
Well, do I have a right to get a lawyer or go to trial with this? Because this ain't right. This is not right. I've been haunted by this company for maintenance. The first
Sir,
maintenance
sir,
problem
sir,
started years
Sir,
ago.
sir. I'm explaining to you what my finding is. Now, if you want, you have a lot of opportunities to do what you want to do. I don't have a problem with that. All right, I'm explaining to you what my findings are. Understood? Is that a yes?
Yes, yes.
So what I'm trying to find in that the Judge Barr found that they were entitled to that. The writ should be signed. You have indicated to me that you will move, but that you needed time. So my question to you is, how much time did you need to move?
At least till like June.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Okay, because what it is Wendy, their assistant manager, called me last night at 7 o'clock and told me the lawyer told them they were coming in to exterminate today. I told him, yeah. I said, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be at court. But they have access to come in and spray. And I'm asking, why would they do that if they're going to want us out anyways?
Because the problem that's causes problems for all of the other residents. If your unit doesn't get exterminated, everybody else in that building has a problem. That's why.
Correct. I understand that. I've been self-exterminating myself before they ever showed up. I was self-exterminating with Orthex or whatever it is. I paid $20 a gallon for it. It just didn't totally eliminate it. And I know what the problem is. I have to get rid of my couch. My couch is a major problem with them. And I'm getting rid of the couch this month. I needed money to buy another couch. And that's a major problem. It's right there. They're all in the couch. There's nowhere else in the house that they're accumulating that, just in there. And the other problem is the people that moved out before me in the building across the hall, they moved out 3 months before everyone discovered they moved, and they had to remove their couch and love seat because they left it behind.
Okay. All of that's fine. The problem is that the landlord, you objected when you came in here to the hearing that took place before Judge Barr. That's what you were giving me, which is the only reason that I set this where I did. The problem here is that there was a denial of entry to the premises.
But that one you got on the court docket.
It just is. It is what it is, sir.
But Your Honor, what I'm trying to say though is through the original judgment, it was over garbage bags. It wasn't over bed bugs. And they said we didn't prep for the bed bugs the first time. When they gave the court order, they never gave me a prep sheet. They never told me. They said, oh, go back to your prep sheet in December. We never got a prep sheet in December at all. They started this in January, and they said, go back to your prep sheet you got in December to prep it. Well, I never got no prep sheet on bed bugs. We get a prep sheet on cockroaches, which is total different prep. It's a total different prep for cockroaches and bed bugs. We never received a prep sheet for bed bugs. So we didn't know what to prep. So how could I bring them in and say, yeah, we'll prep when I don't have a prep sheet to know how to prep it or what they want for prep? And even the exterminator came in there and I asked him, are you doing bed bugs and cockroaches? He said, no. He said, I didn't even get a work order on bed bugs. They didn't even get a work order on it.
Your Honor.
Sir,
Let
me just say this. Every time I tell you what I'm finding, you keep telling me something new. It doesn't work that way.
But you're going to only 2 times, Your Honor. They're going to, you're only going to 2 times.
You can keep interrupting me all you want.
I'm sorry.
It's not going to change my decision.
I'm sorry. It's just.
There was a hearing that was held on this. The hearing, I don't find a defect in the hearing. I don't find a defect in the hearing. The judgment will stand. The writ will issue.
How long?
I'm done. The writ issues. It's the statutory. There's no period, sir. There was a hearing that was held.
Well, how long do I have to move? I'm saying, how long are they gonna give me time?
I've just signed the writ, sir. So you're operating on borrowed time.
Well, because I'm gonna lose my Section 8. If this writ goes through, I lose my Section 8. And I have no other way of paying my rent or anything. I've been there 6.5 years. Paid my rent, never gave a problem at all to them. And because of bed bugs they're supposed to eliminate, I'm being accused of something I didn't even do. I haven't even done anything that is causes warrant for me to be evicted. That's why I'm asking. I just need a little more time. Yeah. You know, I need at least a month. And now, if they're causing on a writ, that means they're evicting me. No place is going to touch me with an eviction. You understand what I'm saying? I go to some place, tell them, "Oh, I got evicted." I'm hit. I'm 60 years old. I don't have time for that. I was trying to retire. I told them up front, I would work with them on stuff. I said, "No problem. I'll work with you. We got to work with it, work with it." Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I was never given a lawyer. I have to sit here and defend a lawyer when I don't have that kind of smarts. You know, I'm not that smart to deal with a lawyer. You know, and I'm not even given a chance for a.
Sir, do not come before me and tell me that as a tenant, you're not given a chance, not before me, because that doesn't happen before me.
Your Honor, I called a lawyer. They said they didn't have a lawyer for me.
Sir, you have interrupted me constantly through these proceedings.
I'm sorry.
Now are intending.
I apologize.
No, do not interrupt me again. You now want to insult me by saying that somehow or another you don't get a fair hearing when you came here. When you came here the first time, I told you what I would do. I read your motion. I went through everything to see whether or not there had been something, because you claimed a number of defects. I then bring you back here, have treated you fairly, have listened to everything you have said. And how dare you say to this court that somehow and or another you don't get a fair hearing for me? I've made my ruling. I'm done. Thank you. I'd suggest that you close your mouth as you leave, because otherwise you're going to be going with my bailiff.
Steps out.
Harbor One West versus Gwinnetta Artis.
For the record, Your Honor, Cheryl Walkoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
Hello.
Hello,
What's your name?
Gwinnetta Artist.
All right. Where are we on this?
Your Honor, escrow, I believe, was released. I don't think we've received it yet, but that doesn't surprise me. At the last hearing, you released.
That was a dig.
No,
That was a dig at us,
no,
wasn't it?
no.
And
It's the mail. Your
Alan, did
mail
that
is
sound
terrible.
like a dig? Like we don't do stuff like on
No.
time? No, go ahead. That's okay. I'm a bit sensitive.
I have to tell you, usually the notices of adjournment, we open them after the hearing, not because of the court. The mail is so bad. That's why
Got
you
it.
guys are awesome and you send us the spreadsheet so we know when we have our hearing. Anyways, nothing to do with
Okay.
the court. And the tenant was supposed to pay $1,000, which I believe she did. And then yesterday I was notified she paid the $152. So we are good on her judgment. I mean, she does owe March rent.
So I'll tell you what I have in that. What was my total in escrow? Because I have. I have 2980 in escrow.
Oh, but, and that's been released, right? Or,
All of it was mailed? Yes, all of it was mailed on the 28th.
okay. So then
So-
taking that into account, and she paid the 152, I think she paid it yesterday, but whatever, she paid it, and so I don't, it's fine.
That she
Um,
paid the 152 directly to you guys then.
That's my understanding. Is that correct, Ms. Ortiz?
Yes, to Arbor when I
Yes.
Paid that.
Yeah, it was late. I said I was gonna pay it on Friday, but I went and spoke with Wendy, told her I'd bring it to her on Monday because I didn't have transportation to get to Kroger's. But over the weekend, somebody put fire extinguisher through my vents and destroyed my whole apartment. So that's the reason why I'm late. I'm paying that 150.
What do you mean they destroyed your whole apartment?
I left, went upstairs to the neighbor's apartment, came back home, and my whole apartment, clothes, bed, everything was covered in fire extinguisher residue through the vents. So I had,
Vents?
yeah, so all my clothes, my bed, my TVs, my computer,
You
everything.
know anything about that, Miss?
I do not.
No, I didn't inform.
Okay, did you talk to the landlord
Yeah, I
about
talked
it?
to Wendy. She said
Okay.
that kids do it. It happened before kids do it, and it's my responsibility to clean it up and fix it. So.
Got it. Okay,
So
But I
the
think-
150 was late, but I had.
it's okay.
Okay, but I had an appointment with Hawk on the 26th. That was originally previously scheduled, so I did keep that appointment. She did state that, they wanted to cover my March rent. But she needed a ledger that stated, what my rent would be for March with everything paid. So when I went to the office yesterday, they still, have.
They haven't received a check.
Yeah.
Okay, but it seems to me that has she satisfied the judgment?
Yes, I believe so. Let me just confirm. that.
All right. So the judgment's been satisfied. I'm gonna close this case out. Okay? And then what can happen is then you can still meet with Hawk. Ask the landlord to send over a ledger and maybe they can take care of everything before you have to come back into court.
Okay,
Got it?
yes. Can I please ask Ms. Lookoff, or will you be able to get the ledger before I would? Because when I went yesterday, they were saying, she printed me off one, but it still say I owe like $4,000 and she don't know when she'll have it.
It's gonna show the 4,000 because the money that was in court escrow isn't there yet.
Okay,
Right.
So
I do have
whatever-
one. Sorry, go ahead, Your Honor.
Go ahead. Ms. Lookoff.
I was just say, I this morning I asked for one that has March, so I do have that. But as Your Honor indicated, it's not gonna reflect the escrow payment. And I'm just gonna throw this out there, Your Honor, because otherwise we're gonna have to file a new case, it's just gonna have new court costs. So I don't know,
Okay, that's a
March.
good point. Maybe what I'll do, why don't I do this? Why don't I adjourn this out 2 weeks rather than get rid of the case?
okay. And Ms. Lookoff, I did send an email over to you with the contact person that I have in contact at Hawk. And I'm gonna reach back out to her because she said she was gonna get everything hopefully done within the first week of March.
Okay, so
Great.
what will happen is if we send it out on the 28th, the check should be getting there sometime, hopefully this week.
Okay,
And then that amount will be subtracted off, then they can get you a ledger and hopefully we can get that resolved. If I adjourn it out, Ms. Luckoff's right. If I adjourn it, I'll never say that again.
Is that recorded? Okay, yeah.
If I adjourn it out a couple of weeks, that way, if something happens, they're not bringing you back in and you get more court costs.
Okay.
So it may save you money in the long run, okay?
alrighty.
We'll do it that way. So it'll be March 15, 2024 at 1 p.m.
All right,
Okay, is there anything you want to yell at me about?
nope.
Okay, because everybody seems to want to yell at me today, so I just wanted to give everybody an opportunity. All right? Thank you. Miss Grisham's back there, yeah, yell at him. No, she's back there saying, yeah, yell at him. He likes being yelled at.